All right, good morning. So today I wanted to try and do something a little different. So maybe talk a little bit more about me, about who I am, and why I'm the way I am today. So the title of this is probably going to be called My Vegan Journey because I'm vegan. I've been vegan since 2016, so 8 years. Although it does feel like it's a lot longer, it should have been a lot longer as well. So I've been interested in animal rights for a very long time, long before I was vegan. So I think we may have started around the time, probably about 12, 13. So in the school, in the school library, I found a book called, I think it was Why Animal Experiments Are Wrong. I think the title is something like that, by Dr. Vernon Coleman. It was about anti-vivisection, obviously, which at the time I didn't really know much about. I found that book was quite interesting. So yeah, I didn't really know much about veganism itself, and but I think I started learning a bit more about animal rights as time went on. Started hearing more about because I'm from Coventry, so that at the time was quite heavily involved in animal rights with Jill Phipps, which at the time I didn't really know about, but I started learning about what happened to her. And as time went on, I started to get involved, interested in like vegetarianism and that. I thought at the time I was thinking, is it right to eat meat and that? Because I didn't really know much about the truth, graphic things, what's going on in the animal until a bit years later. Probably wasn't until probably about 2004, 2005 I had the idea of going vegetarian, but at the time I was living in care and that, and they probably they didn't approve. So it kind of kept at the back of my mind. So yeah, but fast forward to about 2013, which at the time I was just starting getting my own independence, and that was when I started to think, yeah, I'm going to go vegetarian. That was also the first year of a sabbatical, and for a lot of weeks I was involved in that. That really took a toll on my health, though, as well as just being a vegetarian. So I had a lot of cravings and stuff. It's affecting my mental health. So Christmas Day 2013, I kind of lapsed, went back to meat, which was a shame. So I did quite a few run on quite a few other badging marches stuff. So for a few years, I kind of just dropped out for a bit. Fast forward again, 2016, I started again vegetarianism. This time I thought I was going to go for it properly. A few weeks later, I see a vegan meme, I think by Viva, about what happens to male chicks, and that was a trigger. April 11th, 2016, I went vegan. I believe that was on an Easter Monday, the day after Easter Sunday, and that was it. And since then, I've been vegan. But a few weeks later, I went to Will Day for Animals in Manchester. And that's where I started meeting a lot of people. Because I went on the coach that day. Ronnie Lee was on that coach, and Louise and Tony Tofu. That was a coach done by Jenny Donetto, who I'm no longer in contact with, and a few other people in that coach as well. And then since then, I've been involved in kind of animal rights, mostly in Birmingham, because there was really much going on in Coventry. So Birmingham Animal Action, West Mids Connection, Birmingham Vegan Advocacy. I'm not sure if any of those are still going. Then, but I've been involved with, I moved to Malvern for a year. Been involved in a few local groups, like some ladies from Malvern who do Worcester stuff, like a race course and other things. But since then I've now moved to Plymouth because I have a friend who I knew through animal rights, who I met in Manchester actually. Did a farm activism at Ridgeway, I think it was called, as well. Doing a few visuals and stuff. But yeah, in Plymouth since ever since the COVID and that, I don't know about before. Animal rights has been a bit crap, I would say. It's not been good, to be honest. Animal rights in general and down this end has been a bit rubbish. We have nowadays we've got Weaver Free, although we have the AV, which is not even even an AV anymore. It's still AV, Weaver Free. I'm not really a big fan of that kind of activism, to be honest, because too many rules, dress code, and what have you. I have the same issues with National Animal Rights Day a few years ago. I found it a bit boring. You can understand the message, but I prefer marches to be yourself and that, because like Weaver Free and that, you can't even socialise. Yeah, I like to be more open who I am. Animal rights shirts. I like a lot of street for stalls sometimes, but we've been gossiping about big thing. And nowadays, I mainly just do social media activism, mainly just or whenever I can. If it's an event, because recently it's just mainly been the Palestine stuff outside of veganism, because even before I was vegan, I was quite more of a political activist, which I still am. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I would look to see more animal rights activism, proper activism. Not Weaver Free, just activism in general. Because we don't see any of the flannels activism anymore. We used to do that anymore sometimes. We don't see BHF or cancer research being activated. Dartmoor Zoo, we done one or two of those, but that doesn't no activism there. So yeah, we need to do more really. I've been going to animal sanctuaries sometimes whenever I can. I used to go to Starfield when it was near Exeter, but that's moved now. I think all the volunteers dropped out anyway, and a few others as well nearby, but we can't really get to because they can't drive. That I'll love to do again as well. Yeah, I'm probably like, even though being for only 8 years, it feels like longer, and I don't act like any of these so-called new vegans, influencers and stuff. A lot of them are anti-intersection as well, which I've been spoken about, which I'm not going to get into in this video. You know the story about that. So the real vegan friends I have are, a lot of them are probably older than me. They're the people who I mostly associate with, who I like to associate with. Not many of the new vegans who I don't particularly speak to outside of animal rights in terms of a more social basis. So yeah. So that's me. So yeah, maybe I'll talk some more about stuff in more videos. I do maybe want to try and do more, maybe read along videos for some of my animal liberation books. I'm not sure how that's going to work with copyright and stuff, but see how it goes. because I've been lacking on this channel lately. I haven't really been posting much on here, but we're going to try and post more stuff soon. So yeah, anyway, hope to see you soon.